More video with me, Manil, here on Unacademy's YouTube IELTS channel. And as always, we are preparing for your IELTS test. I am back with some more tips for you to perform better on the test and ensure that you get your desired band score in one go. Now, in this particular video, we are discussing a very important topic, a very important topic. Do I need coaching or not? Okay, for the IELTS test. Now, this is not a very simple yes or no answer. There are a few factors that we'll have to consider while I answer this question for you. All right, and it is not necessary that everyone has to take IELTS coaching. Also, it is stupid if you need coaching and you go like, I'll somehow do this myself. All right. So both, if you need to know where exactly do you stand. Okay. Just before I share everything about that, I want to let you know that I am an Unacademy Plus educator. What does that mean? It means that I offer structured and dedicated IELTS course on this platform called Unacademy Plus. Right, so Unacademy, we all know, is an app where you get guidance to prepare for a number of entrance exams in India and for abroad, right? And IELTS being one of those. It is like an academy, right? So the app in itself has a lot of free content for you to watch. There are free classes, there are recorded videos that you can watch, free classes that you can attend and get a great idea of what is it that you need to do for the test. But these YouTube sessions, those classes are not really structured in a manner that they can give you complete preparation for your test. So that is when Unacademy Plus comes into the picture. Unacademy Plus takes you through the preparation right from the beginning to the test so that you can score well on the test in one go. So there are a lot of educators who are offering their own courses on Unacademy Plus. I am one of those, and I have two courses available for you to prepare for your test. One is the grammar course, right? And the other one is the IELTS course. Now the grammar course is for students who are average, below average, weak at English, right? Those who are above average, good or strong at English can straight away go for the IELTS prep. See, both these courses are for 3 weeks and they are both run from Monday to Friday. And from the next month, the timing will be for grammar. It will be 4:45 to 5:45 p.m. right? And for the IELTS, it will be, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. It will be 4 o'clock to 5 o'clock. And here it will be 5:30 to 6:30, right? So PM, both of them are evening lessons. So you can easily join these without having to worry about I won't be able to wake up, right? Or most people even at offices can take out time in these hours to attend classes, right? The beauty of the app is that you download the app and wherever you are, you just plug in your headphones and you start attending the lesson. So that's the best part about the whole app experience. So you can choose this. Now the fee for the courses for 1 month, you pay 2,700 rupees. But if you use my code Manil Live, MANIL, Manil Live, all of it is one word, you get a 10% discount. All right. And that ends up reducing your fee even further to 2,430 rupees. So in my personal opinion, there is nothing more affordable than Unacademy to prepare for your IELTS test. All right. It's absolutely the most affordable platform you can go to, where for this fee, you can attend my classes, my courses, plus both my courses, plus all other courses that are being offered by other Unacademy Plus educators. All right. So you pay this fee once for a whole month and you attend all the lessons. Okay. Literally all the lessons. And then there is, of course, a 3 months option. This is something that I recommend to students who are below average, below average or weak. Here, the fee is 6,600, but with a 10% discount, it comes down to 6,000 rupees. All right. So I don't think it gets any better than that. So this is how I recommend that you. Now, this is all about Unacademy Plus. I highly recommend that you should join me on Unacademy Plus to prepare for the test. See, the test is an expensive test. You should not show up for it unprepared. All right. And I will help you prepare. So which actually brings us directly to the question. Do you need to come take coaching with me or do you not? So the answer will be split into three different types of people. All right. The first one is for those who are good or better. Okay, this is the category where people are good or very good experts. All right, the people who are good or better at English. For you, actually, let's do one thing. Let's split it into four categories. There is one, those who are excellent. Sorry. Right, you know, your English is impeccable. Do you need coaching? To you, I say no. You probably don't. Pick up a book, practice from there, and then go on appear for your test. But then even in this, there is a yes case. All right. This is for those who are appearing for the general training test. This is for those students who are appearing for the general training test for Canada or Australia, right? Because the problem is you need, in your writing section, you need band 7. Now the thing is, for band 7, it's not only about English, it's also about how you structure your essay, right? How do you put things together? That is what truly makes the difference when it comes to a band 7 and a 6.5. And that is something that a guide, a tutor, or an educator can truly tell you when it comes to preparing for the IELTS test. Now, for you, somebody who's already excellent at English, you probably just need a couple of days, maybe three, 4 lessons, just around maybe, let's say, writing, and you're probably sorted. That's it. You don't need any more. Now, let's come to those who are good. So, excellent, very good. All right. Both categories are okay. They are okay with this. Now, let's come to people who are good at English. I say yes. Okay. I'd say yes. Again, in most cases, actually, let's go with a maybe. In most cases, you do not need coaching you do not need coaching for grammar. That's for sure. Because you're already good at English. So you don't need to learn your grammar. You don't need to work on your vocabulary. All you need to do is probably just get good guidance in terms of how to go approach the test. Now, again, if you're academic, I say, you know what, maybe not take the test. But again, if you're general training, it's a definite yes. Okay, because academic, even if you do end up faltering on one odd section and end up just, let's say, scoring a 6, let's say, God forbid that happens, you're okay. All right. But again, even for those who are in academic, I'd say take guidance. All right. Probably just go for a month. All you need is, let's say, about 10 or 12 lessons to be ready for your test. So let's say you come join me on Unacademy. Like I said, use this code, get the discount, come join me on Unacademy Plus. Within a month, you are definitely ready for the test. Okay, so it's not even going to cost you a lot. And in fact, for that small investment, you're 100% sure that when you appear for the test, you're good to go. You're ready. Now, let me also make one thing very clear. The IELTS test in itself is a very simple test. Okay, it's a very, very simple test. These band scores are not random scores. They give you a very good idea on exactly where do you stand when it comes to your English. Band 9 means you're excellent. Band 8 means you're very good. Band 7 means you're good. Band 6 means you're average. Band 5 means now you're going towards the below average and weak sort of category. All right. Now let's come to people who are above average and average. For you, there is no doubt about it. You need coaching. Why? Whether you're academic or whether you're general training, you definitely need coaching. There is absolutely no doubt about it. The question mark is how long. For you, you need both grammar and IELTS training. All right. So you're the person who falls into that category who should give himself or herself at least 2 months of prep time. So you need to find yourself a setup where within 2 months you can improve your grammar to the point. So if you're academic, 2 months, you put yourself in that position that your grammar is up to the mark, and then from there you can then start preparing for the test as well within those 2 months. If you're going for general training, especially for Canada and Australia, you need at least 3 months. Reason again being the same, that the expectation in terms of band score is high to get a good overall points calculated for you. So give yourself more time. And yes, if you are let's say you're just above average or average, you definitely need coaching. The reason is, for those of you who are above average means band 6.5 on the IELTS test. The problem is you may end up scoring band 6.5 overall. But when it comes to reading and writing, you might end up completely getting it wrong, and then the outcome is you're scoring a band 5, 5.5 on those two sections. So you might score a band 7 on listening, you may score a band 7 on speaking, right? But when it comes to reading and writing, you'll end up faltering. And then again, because you haven't taken proper coaching, you haven't taken proper guidance, you end up having to take the test all over again. That's double the fee, double the time, double the effort, double the stress, opportunity lost, right? Everything. Okay, so please, if you're above average or average at English, take the test. How do you find out whether you're good, whether you're average, above average, excellent, very good? It's simple. Go to the IELTS or the British Council website and appear for the mock test. Now, if you end up scoring, let's say, band 9 on listening and reading, you are excellent. The questions on speaking and writing are such that you're like, oh, this I can, any day answer. You're excellent. If you're scoring an 8, you're good, right? Sorry, if you're scoring 8 for both sides, you're very good. 7, you're good, right? And anything below 7, this is the category of falling in. Now, if you end up scoring, let's say, band 6, I'm so sorry, you end up scoring a band 6 or below, you're weak. Right? So actually band 6 is your average. Band 6 is your average. Anything below band 6, you're weak. Alright? So you definitely need a lot of guidance to appear for your IELTS test. Otherwise, you are in trouble. You are then unnecessarily wasting your money, your time, your effort towards something that you definitely cannot clear without proper guidance. Alright? So now you are the kind of person who should definitely go out there, find yourself a good coach, give yourself 6 months, at least 6 months. See, again, don't be in a hurry, right? Don't be in a hurry. So for you, it's a yes, yes, yes. There is no other option, okay? You have to take coaching. That brings us to also who should you go to for coaching. Now, guys, it's very important that you go to the right people. There are a lot of idiots out there who claim to be IELTS coaches, have very limited knowledge of what actually goes on the test. What is it that you need to know? They'll try and teach you things that actually will have very limited impact on your overall band score. Now, for somebody who's already everyone's absolutely mesmerized with using vocabulary for their IELTS test by hook or by crook. And the thing is, it's not that if you just end up using big words for vocabulary, you'll end up scoring high on the IELTS test. In fact, vocabulary has very limited impact on the test, right? In terms of rich, advanced vocabulary, it has very limited impact, right? What is more important is you're relevant, okay? So most of those teachers out there, those who are running these academies everywhere in every nook and corner, without having ever appeared for the test, will try and get you to memorize as much vocabulary as possible, without actually ever focusing on grammar, form, use, meaning, creating sense, being relevant. None of those things are actually paid attention to. So you have to be very careful who you go to, right? The first thing you probably want to do is you want to find out if this person who's coaching has ever appeared for the IELTS test themselves, right? Now, I'm sure a lot of people will say, oh, well, he's wrong. Look, he said, has this person used it for themselves, appeared for the test themselves? See, somebody who says that this is wrong is somebody you should not go to. Why? Because in IELTS, when you're not aware of the gender, in English, when you're not aware of the gender of the person you're talking about, you can easily use the word themselves, all right? It's allowed. That's correct. So these are small things, right? I know you probably might not be able to identify it, right? Because you yourself do not know the rule. But that being said, has this person appeared for the IELTS test? Are they focused more on vocabulary, or are they focused more on the overall language, which means form, use, meaning, right? So grammar. Can they teach you grammar? Can they teach you how to answer the question properly? Those are the kind of things you really need to focus on. Now, I can definitely tell you one thing, that on Unacademy Plus, you'll find a lot of good tutors, right? There are a lot of other very famous educators on there, right? Not that they come with my recommendation. I again recommend that you download the app, right? I'm not recommending anyone. I'm not even recommending myself. The best way to find out is, why don't you download the app? Okay, download the app. On there, every month, every educator, conducts a few free lessons for you to attend. These are like demo lessons for you, right? You attend these lessons, understand how does this educator teach, what does this educator teach, including me, and what will we cover, are we the right match for you? And then you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus again, right? Then you can subscribe to Unacademy Plus. Now, like I said, I am already on Unacademy Plus. I'm offering two courses. There's the grammar course and then there's the IELTS course, right? So the courses are both 3 weeks each. Monday to Friday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. for grammar, 5:30 to 6:30 for IELTS. Now, guys, if you're watching this in a month, because I'm sure some of you will end up watching this as a published video. If you're watching this in a different month from the month of publishing, please make sure that you're checking my timing on my profile on the app. Because the timings keep changing each month, right? So it's not that these timings are constant. These could move later in the day, they could go earlier in the day. So that is something that you'll have to check each month. All you have to do is go to the app, download the app, go to IELTS, search for Manil Agarwal, and start following me. All right. And whenever you decide to subscribe to Unacademy Plus, make sure you're using my code Manil Live, right, which will give you a 10% discount while subscribing to Unacademy Plus, and give you that make your subscription to the platform that much more cheaper, right? And all of that money can then be used towards buying books, right? I know it's just 250 bucks, but those 250 rupees can then be used towards buying books, all right? Or maybe subscribing to a good monthly practice book or something like that, a practice website or something like that. So of course, save the money, use it at the right place. So once again, if I were to say, should you take coaching or not? Here's what I say. Yes, in most cases. In most cases, you will need some sort of guidance or coaching to prepare for the IELTS test. Unless you are somebody who's already excellent at the language. See, IELTS is all about English. If you know your English well, you're sorted. But if you do not know your English well, you're not sorted. Okay. IELTS test is not like UPSC tests where you memorize things, okay, or you need to know things by heart. It's not rote learning, okay. There is nothing you can memorize for the IELTS test, which is why it is sad when so many people make you sit down and memorize all these answers for the cue cards and words which you'll probably not even end up using on the test, right? It's about being able to communicate thoroughly in English, okay. How do you do so? By knowing your English well. So if you're somebody who's already excellent at it, go ahead, take a mock test. If you find it very comfortable, probably give it a skip. Don't unnecessarily waste your time going for coaching and then wondering when to appear for the test. Take a mock test, take a second mock test, register for the date that you want to appear for the test, and go appear for the test. All right. Chances are you'll probably score a band 9 or maybe a band 8.5 overall. At least, all right, with at least 7.5 on writing and maybe 8 and above on speaking, and 9 on listening and reading. For those of you who are very good, again, you can also go for the test without having to worry about too many things, right? Scoring, especially for those of you who are appearing for general training for Canada, 8777, if you're very good at English, should be a piece of cake, right? It'll be a walk in the park for you. But coming to people who are good, right? People who are good. Consider taking coaching, especially for general training, all right? Even for those of you who are excellent and very good, try and get the guidance for the writing section, right? Because writing section is not just about your language, it's also about the format. It's how you structure the whole answer, right? And that is something that I can guide you on my Unacademy course. Now, for those of you who are above average, weak, don't even think about appearing for the test without getting proper coaching. You will need to learn your English. Now, unless you're excellent at learning things on your own, right? If you can figure out how to improve your language on your own, you should, okay? But if you are one of those people who can learn on their own, then of course, improve your language on your own, start practicing, and then again, go appear for the test without any coaching. That too is an option, right? But very few people can do so, right? So guys, thank you for joining in. Thank you for watching this video. I have a few more videos scheduled for this week. Keep joining me, keep watching these videos. I hope I'll see you on the app, all right? Until then, keep practicing. And remember, for IELTS, keep it simple and stick to the basics. Goodbye.